point that I like to use is one of my favorites. It's called Shen Min.
They brainwashed a lot of people. They did it too quickly. I'm just saying. I'm not anti-vaccination. I'm not.
Okay, cool.
I'm just saying that the fact of the matter is that the time lift that they put it together and pushed it out there so quickly.
Right.
They don't know. They didn't even know what it was going to do to people.
Right.
They didn't know what it was going to do to people.
It's a 10-year study, which is normal, right? For something like that.
It was been 5 years.
So let me ask this question: how long do you suggest that they should have taken before? Because let's not forget.
Give it a couple of years. Give it at least 5 years. At least.
So you wanted
three.
So you wanted everybody. You wanted quarantining or just. So you wanted quarantining and outside dining and whatever restrictions they had for 5 years before they can get a proper vaccination?
They had.
Because let's not forget, people were getting cabin fever. People were like, "Yo, I gotta get the fuck out this house." Like this is getting nuts.
They were, but they did that too quick too. They let people out too fast. They let people out way too fast, and that's how it started accumulating again.
Then they would have we would have spent trillions and trillions of dollars on unemployment.
The government got money. They make paper.
Just gotta say something before we introduce you, because this man right here, I've seen him for many years out helping the community, always talking about health as well, showing people how to take care of themselves, spreading the knowledge and helping people for many, many years. And I have so much that I want to say, because always positive, and you've had this plight, what do you call it, flight or plight? You've had this quest to help our people for so long, like ever since I've known you. You've always talked about health. You've always talked about different conditions that men went through and how to help men and women. And just all across the board, he's always had answers. He's always been in the medical field, spreading knowledge and trying to help people to learn through natural remedies as well, how to take care of themselves, what's the best of vitamins, things, and herbs and things like that to eat to help your body naturally.
Right.
Naturally.
Okay. So look, we have an herbalist. What would you call your skill set?
So first of all, my name is Dr. Shaka Aziz.
Welcome.
Thank you, my
to
brother.
Ear to the Streets.
Thank you. Ear to the Streets.
Ear to the Streets,
I like
yes.
this. Ear to the Streets.
Yeah.
Well, in the community, I'm better known as a natural health hero, and as the great Queen said earlier, I am a revolutionary acupuncturist, naturopathic practitioner, and I'm dealing with holistic health by any means necessary.
Fact.
So I came in on the tail end on a great discussion upon this
COVID.
vaccination, immunization, stagnation stuff that's going on. And what I just want to add on, I don't want to say piggyback because I don't.
No, we warmed it up for you. We started off with you. I know you had a little issue getting in.
Yes.
But we was warming this shit ready. We was ready for you.
I like that. That's what I'm talking about.
Because we got people, they like to know what's going on. That's why Ear to the Streets is what it is. So we wanted you to, this is your floor right now. You go ahead. You do what it is.
Again, I want to say peace and salute. The power is in the people. I am a naturopath. I can't say that I am actually for immunization. However, I am for the natural immunization of the body. Because the body, unfortunately, like what a lot of people are not telling you, the body has a divine intelligence within itself. The immune system is your defense mechanism that the Most High, whatever you choose to call him, her, whatever, source,
That's right.
has already pre-programmed within the human body. That's what I'm saying is the body's divine intelligence. So when the body has an issue of being attacked, they have what is known as the antigens to build up the immune system and so forth like that. We talked about the so-called vaccinations. Well, it's not even, I said a so-called vaccination because they are experimental.
Yeah, this is, like we was just saying, it's usually a mark, 10 years, and then that's still study. Still studying. It's not like guaranteed because you don't know what could happen.
So I have a big problem with that. Natural health care has a big problem with that. So you mean to tell me the narrative is that you're gonna, you're forcing these psychotropic drugs upon the masses of asses of people all across the globe. But yet, and you're telling us, and like the brother said earlier, they are experimental. They haven't even been thoroughly researched about the side effects. We already seeing the side effects of some of the stuff that's happening.
Yeah.
But yet, you're going to tell me about that. But yet, and going to mandate me about that. But yet, you're going to tell me that I can't take herbal medicine that I have been using, passed down from centuries from my ancestors. So I have a big problem with that.
Right. They always push in medication, pills, all these different things. They never recommend, take some Cmos when you have this issue. Take this when you have that issue. Something that comes from the
Because
earth.
they don't
we
back
don't
it,
get that.
there's pharmaceutical
Because they can't
companies.
regulate it. Because they can't
It's
regulate
big money
it. That's
behind
why.
drugs.
Right.
You know that, right?
Right.
It's huge. It's connected to government, though those companies not really connected to government, but they're as big as a government.
Things that they cannot
okay.
regulate, they will not support. Okay?
Our big friend KRS once said, illegal business controls America.
Right.
They doing it through the pharmaceutical gangsters.
Sure
Right.
enough. They're gangsters. That's what I call them.
Sure enough.
I label them as gangsters.
And then,
Oh, my
you know
God.
my biggest issue among everything? If, God forbid, something happened to somebody, there's no verifications or behind that.
Yeah,
You
there's-
can't sue.
You
can't
do
sue, you
nothing.
can't do nothing.
Right.
I'm glad you mentioned
You
that.
can't do
because-
nothing.
No, you can
Well,
do something. They're trying to make
to
it
the
seem
extent.
like you can't do
To the
anything
extent, to the
because,
extent.
again, they're dumbing down the masses of asses of people because of they're not allowing people to read, to inform, to affirm their mind, their body, and their soul. They have what is known as a religious exemption. You can exercise that.
Yes.
So, like the Jewish people in Brooklyn,
Yes.
their community is not.
Shalom Elohim to my Hasidic family, my
Yeah.
Jewish Hebrew family.
Yeah, it seems like that community is living differently from the rest of the masses of people, right? Why is that?
Very good question. Very good question. You know, our people suffer from mainly the lack of knowledge of themselves. And after the lack of knowledge of themselves, also the lack of love of thyself. And so, those individuals that we speak about in different nationalities, they pull together their resources. And when it comes to like health concepts, they are going by their guidelines, you know, by worshiping or practicing the rites of their ancient forefathers. And so, you know, they have not too long ago, they have a great example of being dealt with genocidal issues. And so that's why they have a big opposition to having immunizations. We as melanated people, African American, melanated, so-called black folks, Moorish people, we have a greater history of genocide being done
Sure
to us.
do.
So that's why
And
I
we
can't.
get no representation on
Not
that.
at all.
No.
Oh yeah, and then they fought you and I for asking these questions. Why? Why are we? You know, we suspect of the so-called medications. There's a lot of reason why.
That's right.
Look at the Tuskegee ear. The Tuskegee. I'm so excited.
Tuskegee, right? It's a Tuskegee, yeah.
experiment.
Yes,
Mhm.
the syphilis issue.
Yes.
I mean the AIDS.
Yes.
You know, oh my God. I mean, it goes on and on and on.
Slavery alone.
But look
Oh,
who they
yes.
targeting. Look who they targeting. Who you see do all the commercials?
Yeah.
Who you
Oh,
see
yeah.
do all the commercials?
Oh yeah, they picked a so-called a person of color. Look at me, I have my ears and
Mm-hmm.
my beads and my, you know, and I didn't get it. And when I got one eye coming out, I mean,
Right.
come on. You know,
Right.
this is technology. And again, if you don't use what the Most High has given you, you're gonna lose it.
Right.
Right.
And so we have herbs, we have natural medicine. Food is my medicine.
Yeah. Break it down on like what type of herbs or stuff that you would see they could pick up grocery store type of things that they could get that.
Okay, that's a very good thing because, you know, it was very irresponsible for our so-called medical associates to be telling people when they was having the wake of this COVID, when they was going to the hospitals, we don't have no room for you. Get out of here. Go home. You're telling you to go home and do what? To risk infecting and contaminating others in the household?
Yeah.
That is irresponsible.
Right, right.
But yet, this is what the American Medical Association has done all across the globe. So they didn't tell nobody, go home, take vitamin C, drink orange juice,
Hot liquids. Right.
lemon tea, get some chicken soup or vegetable soup,
Ginger.
some fish soup, ginger, thank you. Because I'm going to get into the ginger in a minute.
Okay.
They didn't tell us none of that stuff.
Right.
They said just go home and sit tight and die.
Right.
Right.
Isolate yourself. You know, isolate yourself, right?
yeah.
Don't open the door, slide it
So
under.
what would the hot liquids do or help?
So the hot liquids help to raise the body system, and what it calls is thermogenetics. So through thermogenetics of heat, your body is a biosystem getting heat. You also can sweat out and excrete the toxins that are trapped in the body. So that's the usage of using tea. And again, what your ancient forefathers were, we still are today. This is not nothing new. This is they call it now hydrotherapy. Grandma used to tell me, and go, honey, go in there and get some tea.
Mm-hmm.
Tea is made from water last time I checked, right?
Right. And this hot liquids will open up the respiratory, right?
Yes.
To allow the air that you need, you know, but they, like again, they wasn't advising us.
No.
And they never tell you a natural remedy. They would never tell you to go get Cmos or get some moringa or anything like. They would never tell you nothing. I've never heard anything like that. It's always something I had to go to the drugstore or the pharmacy to get to cure. If it wasn't by prescription, it was damn sure still sold in a pharmacy. It's not like go to the supermarket, to the vegetable stand and get this, that, and the third. You know? Right.
So how's the ginger, come into the remedies of mixing and stuff like that?
Ginger is a 5,000-year-old herb that goes back Gingiva zanzibus. There's a compound in ginger called gingerol, which helps to aid the digestion. Individuals who are suffering from nausea, any type of digestive issues, it will greatly check that. Now, when it deals with the immune system, because the immune system is compromised, it builds up phlegm, mucus, and so forth. So the ginger agitates that and helps to expel the mucus and the phlegm that might be caught up in the GI tract, which is the gastrointestinal tract going all the way up to the lungs and getting rid of the mucus and so forth. So that's the beauty part of taking ginger. Another good herb or another good technique that a lot of us was doing, especially during the COVID, was taking the hot water, taking lemon peels, okay, and you put the lemon peels into the hot water, and then you inhale the vapors. Okay, so now the lemon peel has pectin, and that when you're inhaling those vapors, that opens up the sinuses and all of the so you know that was one of the main ways that the pathogen, the germs were basically coming in to attack the body. Is they attack the body not through your clothes, they attack the body through the air. And how is it that you breathe? And that's through your nose.
Right.
So the vapors from the lemon peel and the hot water actually help to open that up.
Yes.
And that was very important because a lot of people did steam,
Mm-hmm.
but I could assume that the lemon would be more effective than just regular steam.
Oh yes.
Water, right?
Oh
Okay.
yes. So lemon has a lemonine, which is the compound, the strongest compound in lemon that basically breaks up phlegm, mucus, and kind of like naturally raises the immune system. Okay, so that's the beauty part to that. But some of the other great herbs that we have on the earth that we were instructed to take from some of our ancient forefathers were black seed oil.
Right, black seed. Right, I was actually going to get that from the health food store.
Break that down. Like, why is that such a helpful product?
Brother, man, I should be writing a whole movie and a book on black seed because
Right.
the ancient Egyptians, King Tutankhamun, who they call King Tut, basically was buried in the Karas with a whole bunch of black seed. All of the pharaohs, in fact, of Kemet, of Egypt, were all buried with black seed, as well as the gold.
Wow.
Why is that? The reason why is because they knew that black seed was so good for health that they wanted to wish the pharaoh good health in the afterlife.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So it's like a symbolism of good health even after you pass.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And then going a little bit further, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, of Islam, he taught the followers that all sickness and all health can be all relieved by black seed. Black seed is good for everything except for death.
Now I know that was one of the things that I was going down to the health food stores to get right in the midst of COVID. I would leave my house, it's a health food store on 125th Street. I was going down there and those bottles was like $40. Like the little bottles of pure black seed. I forgot the name of the brand. And I still have some. It tastes very nasty, but it's almost like the nastier it tastes, the better it is for you.
Yes.
Kind of, you know what I'm saying? In a sense, But this was a scary time. So how did this COVID pandemic affect your practice and what you was doing at that time?
Oh, it took a big nosedive. I was a master martial. I am a master martial arts instructor, and so I was also teaching martial art classes as well as doing acupuncture and Qigong physiotherapy. And due to the COVID, everything kind of like shut down.
Okay.
Everything shut down, and actually I wound up having to visit some folks. I had to visit my grandmother, who had made her transition, so I had to visit. And on the way coming back, this was in the wake of 2019. We started hearing all this crazy stuff about Wuhan here and Wuhan this, and so the vision came to me about redoing all of these herbs. Again, what your ancient forefathers were, we still are today.
Right.
The missing pieces of the puzzle are in our hands. We're all looking up in the sky, looking to everybody else
Fearful,
for the
looking
answer.
for direction, right?
Yes, and fear. I'm glad you said that, because fear, my sister, is the false appearance of things that appear real.
Right, right.
You know, so
That's the
making
main
things-
thing that they did. They created mass hysteria with this.
Yeah.
You don't want to breathe in front of nobody. You don't even want to hug your kids. You don't want to even talk to your grandmother. You don't know what to do because you're so scared of transmitting something that we can't even see.
What gets me the most is the people, respectfully, that did get vaccinated. They acting like they can't still give COVID to anybody else.
Ooh.
Which is a big problem.
I saw something that you have to keep the unvaccinated away from the vaccinated. Like they can't get it too. Like they can't give it to us.
Yeah.
Okay? It can go both ways still,
can go both ways
whether
still.
you're vaccinated or not.
See, that's a narrative that we have to look into, because they're trying to have the narrative that the so-called unvaccinated are the main people responsible for, contaminating and keeping things, messed up. However, there's a great deal of information coming back showing that it's actually the vaccinated people.
Because their immune system is compromised
There you go.
of what was put in their system. It's a foreign object in your system. What you think is going to happen?
There you go.
It's going to break down the body cells and everything inside your body in a different way.
So
They
we
said
got
my
herbs.
sound is off. You know how that goes.
Uh-oh.
Conspiracy. I was on all this time. Now I don't have no sound. I don't know. Let me know if you can hear me. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Come on now, you gotta hear the queen. Hear the queen.
Right, let me
Hear
know
to
if
the
you can hear me.
streets.
I wish we had more time because, we have to. I guess we're gonna have to have you come back. Now you know where we're at.
Oh,
we're not
certainly.
finishing now.
Okay.
But my thing is, let us know you do acupuncture and what other services do you have at this time?
I am a holistic health therapist. I'm a naturopathic practitioner. I am a revolutionary acupuncturist, and I'm a shaman, and I'm a brother in the community.
Yes.
Again, the name of the joint is called Natural Health Hero. The reason why we have Natural Health Heroes is because of all of the disparities that we have in our community.
Right.
So, the brother had to get hit to the script and become a part of the solution, because we can sit on the corner all day long and talk about the problems, but when are we going to get up off our rusty dusties, roll up the sleeves, and do something about it? So that's why Dr. Shaka became Natural Health Hero here for you and yours, talking about the black seed oil, the oregano oil, which is also
Oregano is
antiviral,
positive,
antibacterial.
powerful,
I got
right?
some here for you. I got some holistic health gifts for the family over here.
Oh,
Let's
nice.
break that out.
I've been
Let's-
I've been hearing about oregano and how powerful just
I love
regular
oregano.
oregano is.
I love pizza growing up, so that was my thing. Oregano. Put that oregano on there.
Oh, yeah.
Put it on everything.
Why are you doing that?
Put it
Let's
on
take a
your
quick-
chicken, everything now.
But it cleans you out,
It
though.
does. Oregano's
Like, it's
very
really
good.
good
Has
for
some
that.
good
While you're doing that, let's
properties.
take a quick break and get into a music session for our
Okay.
second.
Yeah, real quick,
Why
we'll
you set that
take
up?
2
Can you hear
minutes.
me?
You know what I'm saying? And we'll be right back into
What
the
is it?
streets.
What is it?
What? Into the streets. Into the streets.
And so some of the great gifts that Natural Health Hero brought out here was one of my favorite joints here that we came out with since 2019, which was the Four Thieves blend. The Four Thieves blend goes back to the story from the during the 14th century during the bubonic plague. So this herbal formula was given to me by a Russian doctor when I went back to school, and we
Nice.
talked about the Four Thieves. So the Four Thieves, the story of the Four Thieves goes back during the bubonic plague in Europe, and there was these four guys that were robbing everybody in these different countries. and they call it the Black Plague and so forth. And it was taking the gold, taking the silver, taking all of the expensive stuff. Up until one time there was a king that found them and said, wait a minute, how is it that these guys were going into all of these great places where people were sick, people were dying, and they got out with
Unharmed, right?
Unharmed. So they put the pressure on these 4 thieves, so-called thieves, and the 4 thieves said, okay, please, we'll tell you the secret. Our parents were the Grand Master herbalists, and each of us was to bring a specific herb. And when we come to the table, this is what we make as the formula. So one was to bring the thyme, one brought the oregano, one brought the rosemary, and the other one brought the sage.
Okay, right.
So
Sound like spaghetti.
yeah, see, he's a chef here, so he knows.
Right.
So those are a lot of those herbs that I just mentioned are herbs that we should probably all have in our culinary cabinets.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? These are all seasonings, ingredients that we use to season our foods. When you use these herbs for chicken or any meats, they break down our chemical structure so that you can digest the food better.
That's right.
When you're eating fish, when you're eating any of these things, it enhances the flavor. Okay, not only enhances the flavor, but it also enhances your immune system.
Right.
So, I can go into what thyme has a thing called thymus, which is excellent for the thyme gland, which is very responsible for the T killer cells, which kills cancer.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you need the thymus. Then you have rosemary. We sprinkle rosemary on the meat, the lamb, and so forth like that, the chicken. Rosemary has a great thing for enhancing the I forgot the compound on that, but it's called rosemary, something like that, but it also enhances the immune system and the thyroid glands.
Okay.
And then a lot of people have issues with thyroid.
Oh yeah, that's dealing with your growth hormones and all that, and that's also dealing with the hormones, period. A lot of the frankenfoods that a lot of us are eating are messing up the genetic natural hormones that are in male and female body systems.
Right.
Okay.
All these hormones that they put it into our foods as they're growing, for our produce, we buy them and they're injected with all these different, chemicals that are harming our natural,
bodies,
Yeah. So then also this is based in apple cider vinegar. So apple cider vinegar.
I was going to
is
ask you about
excellent
that because I mix
so
that
many
in my drinks, my smoothies. I put a little apple cider vinegar in there.
Apple cider
a lot of people look at me like, "Oh,
no, they clear up your system.
It's one of the
They clean
best
out your
things.
system.
Yes.
Along with that ginger, I do the
Yes.
fresh ginger.
Speaking of ginger, here you go, brother. That's real
I
fresh
see
ginger.
that. I recognize it.
Right.
Yeah.
I travel with the ginger. You can actually you can eat the ginger.
Yeah.
You can actually use the ginger on your chest. In traditional Chinese medicine, there's a protocol that we do where we slice this open and then they burn it. We call it moxibustion. And you can place this on the middle of the chest. There's a point called CV17, conception vessel 17, which is excellent for anxiety, tightness of the chest. People who have coughing and wheezing. So you place the ginger on the chest, rub it, the juice on the chest, and it will go transdermally into the skin, into the fascia of the body, and help to relieve for breathing.
Wow.
That's good for
Is it good for asthma?
Excellent for
Right, I
asthma.
was about to say asthmatic.
Wow.
Yes. So the
Okay.
best stuff that you want to use for asthma definitely is the black seed. So the black seed has the natural compound of menthol, which helps to aid the lungs to breathe.
Okay.
It helps to replenish the alveoli, which is the sacs that's in the lungs.
Okay.
Okay.
And how about the oregano that you gave to us?
Oregano,
What is this? Yes.
oregano. I got a friend of mine and a bunch. And, oh man, I'm telling you, oregano is good for everything.
Can I have one of those
You can
cloves?
even, yes, please.
Yeah.
You can oregano. You can use everything on oregano. Everything is for oregano. If you got a flat tire, you can use oregano.
Oh my gosh! Outside the body is good for everything.
Like, it fixes flats.
Yeah,
Right.
I use it for almost everything. So I mean, if you got anything internal, you take that.
Okay.
Any type of sickness, and you feel a cold, flu, anything coming on, you take that oregano oil.
Okay.
Oregano is like a jujitsu master to the cold or the flu
Okay.
or to COVID.
I was about to say I might have to take that test, so I'll be taking me a couple of drops. I mean, the vaccine.
That's dope. I like
I'll be
that.
taking me a couple of
It
drops of
says-
this. But I'm looking at your 4 Thieves. It says something antiviral. What is that? Like what?
Yes, so again, all of those herbs that I mentioned, and I just mentioned the 4, but Natural Health Hero, I'm a Caribbean brother, so I put in a lot of Caribbean, African herbs again. So,
Okay.
I've been crazy.
What part of the Caribbean are you from?
From Barbados.
Okay, Beijing.
Beijing, yes.
Yeah.
You know about Barbados?
Of course I do.
All right.
I party with y'all hard. Yeah, walk up.
Yeah, there we go. There you go.
That's what it do.
That's what I'm talking about there. We get some flying
I'm from
fish.
Brooklyn. This is the original Caribbean.
That's
Brooklyn.
right, Brooklyn. That's right. I was born here in Brooklyn.
Okay, County Kings.
There you go. So this is the best in antiviral, antibacterial, anti-detox properties. And that's what, so this 4 Thieves was like all of these different herbs all in one. And, so I put in my Caribbean, African roots in there too. So I put in, Scotch bonnet peppers.
Ooh.
I put in,
That's hot. That's
Yeah.
heat. Bringing the heat.
bringing that heat. That's right, because heat gonna make you fire and make that sweat come out. So you have
Don't
what
they
is
say
called the
that
endocrine glands.
that's how you make the babies?
Yes. So I got another formula like that too, but I didn't bring that. Yeah, I didn't bring that one. That's the
So Sonic Force, Mr. Big said, hi, that's fam, right?
Peace, Mr. Biggs.
Yes.
That's right.
All right.
Oh yeah.
I like to underline, it says natural health hero.
Health doctor in the
Right, right.
Natural
So we have a
health
regular,
hero.
and what is this, the
Oh
peppermint?
yes. This is the peppermint oil.
Spearmint, it says, is it peppermint? Oh, it's peppermint, okay.
Peppermint, yeah. So peppermint oil, what I just did with this here, I have the pure peppermint oil, and I took a drop or 2 and I placed it into the water. And so what I do also, as a medicine man, water is your #1 medicine. Even without anything, just the mere fact of you touching the water, you thinking your thoughts, because all thoughts are preliminary actions. For every action is a reaction.
Right.
So if I think of myself as a king or as a queen, you know what I'm saying, or from the essence of the Most High, that energy is going to transcend into that water.
Okay.
The water has a memory.
It does.
Yeah, deeper than our own brain.
Okay.
Okay, and that's why the body is made up of more of water than anything else. So anyway, what I wanted to do is activate my water that I'm going to ingest with some peppermint oil, because the mucus stuff that's going on
Right, I
here.
need a drop of that.
Sure.
Look, activate
That's
my
what we
water,
hear.
right,
I only
activate it, right.
Wow.
I only got a sip of
Smoke
it. so-
City, y'all
Right,
hear
So
this?
right.
when you drink this here, this opens up the sinuses, right, and for your lungs, so that you're able to breathe better. Okay? So you're able to breathe.
Yes,
Yeah,
and it's,
everybody
and
likes
it's, and
that. I love-
it's
I love
tasty
spice.
And it
too.
tastes really good.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
tasty, okay.
And it
love
naturally
peppermint.
brings the blood pressure down, which is
Which
awesome.
is, that's what we need too.
Because our blood pressure is so high.
Yeah.
Living in the city, we living in a rat race.
All that fried chicken and all that.
So what's good for cholesterol?
Ooh, Lord, I'm gonna come back for that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Hey,
that's a
what
big
hap-
topic.
What is going on? How they just turned me off?
They stay turning you on.
Oh my gosh, they're not liking me
I don't
today.
They don't want people to know what's good for them.
Natural COVID talk or natural remedies
Yeah,
may get
well,
cut off.
people
I
know
don't
what's
know.
good
I'm
for them.
sorry, everybody.
You know
It
that's
wasn't on
something.
me.
You know who we got? They know they listening.
Right.
They know who we got in the building.
Yes.
They fearful
I
of the
even got a
truth.
slim patch. Let's talk about the slim patch.
Yeah, so the slim patches, actually these are products that are coming from out of the East. And basically these are herbal slim patches. They are herbs that are condensed on medical tape, and they are placed upon the lower abdomen of mostly females or men. Whoever's having issues with emulsifying burning fat in those stubborn areas. So these herbs are used, and again, these are heating herbs.
Okay.
So the herbs that are heating herbs brings about a process called thermogenetics. And it raises the bloodstream, raises the temperature, makes it heat, and what happens is that the fat lipids are able to now move out the body
Okay.
faster. It's like
Okay.
you're burning fat.
That's good. Yeah, yeah. That's
With
what
a patch.
I was trying to do that waistline training.
That's
You know,
good. That
The
helps.
vibration that brings the circulation to that particular
Sweating,
area.
walking, but that helps that, right?
Yes, that helps, the herbs. And that's a good thing that you did too, but one thing that I gotta say as a natural health practitioner, a lot of people say, oh man, can I just get the pill? No. Can I just do the exercise? No. Can I just do the diet? No. You have to do all of them.
That's right.
Okay.
It's not
All
just
of them.
one.
It's
Right.
not just one.
So
It's
like
a combination
for the
of-
COVID, it's like you just cannot just wear the mask. You have to do the other things too.
Exactly.
Right. So exercising, eating right,
Mhm.
all of those things.
Oh yes. And certain countries, I found out that they are actually they put the curfew
Yeah.
So they're stopping people from moving. You can't exercise.
Was it St. Lucia?
St. Lucia, Trinidad. I got family down in Trinidad. They can't even exercise. Go to the beach.
No beach. They
That's
cut that
crazy.
beach off because of young people.
Yeah.
Transmit.
Well, that's what they claim, the young people. But what it is that you're stopping the people from basically empowering the natural ability to heal
fight,
themselves.
right?
To fight it
yes,
off.
Yes, that's right.
So you said I can't go out to breathe? So this is why I'm teaching Qigong. Because Qigong is a traditional Chinese formula that goes back 5,000 years. Qi means cultivation. People say, oh, but it's Chinese. Don't worry about it. Don't get the word mixed up. Qi is Chinese. Qi is Japanese. And in India, we say prana. In Arabia, we say kudra. In Africa, we say moyo. And if I was in El Barrio, we say energia. It's all energy.
That's many names,
It's all
right.
there. Life force energy. You know what I'm saying? So this is your birthright. So this is why I go hard body. You know what I'm saying about teaching everybody. You know, not the black power. No, it's health empowerment.
Right.
Right.
Health
Health
empowerment.
empowerment.
The
Yeah.
most important thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what's
All right,
up.
so you have a device here as well. So what does that do?
Oh, this is one of my Dr. Shaka Natural Health Hero gadgets here. This is a so in traditional Chinese medicine, one of the phases we got acupuncture, acupressure. There's herbs. There's Qigong, but then there's also another thing called gua sha, and gua sha also ties into cupping. And so
I heard of cupping, yeah.
yeah, so they call that cupping.
That
and-
sounds like sex. Right?
No.
That's
No,
not. That's
cupping.
spooning. That's spooning.
Spooning.
It's like
Oh, okay.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong guy.
easy suction cup.
No, we
Nobody
got,
talking.
we got stuff like that too. I got
He's like, wait a minute, hold up. I got that coming too, right?
we got some techniques. I got pressure points for the men and the women that will help out.
That's the
You know?
suction cups, the cupping.
Oh yeah, with the cupping. Yeah. So the cupping is excellent for detox.
That's right. On the back, I
Yeah.
seen them do a couple of those.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
are you going to experiment with that?
So this is a regular cupping for your skin.
I seen that.
So what this does, let me use your arm right here. This is just a little suction here. Feel that there? And all that's doing is bringing the non-oxygenated blood cells to the surface, and so that it can be removed. If there's pain, which is long pain from trauma, from car accidents, football injuries, basketball injuries, somebody slammed you over the head with a whatever, it's still in the arm or it's still wherever it's at, that helps to bring that traumatic energy out to the surface.
Oh, wow. The
Mhm.
healing.
For healing. And so also,
I feel
I'm just
good.
leaving here for a few seconds, but now when I remove it, you will see, some people will see a little bit of discoloration.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I got that real melon.
Yeah, you got that
Me
real
and Miss,
melanin.
me and Miss Coco.
Yeah, but even, you can still see some stuff if there is a lot of deficiency.
Yes.
And that was right on the cut I had too.
Right. It seems like it's highlighted some type of way, right? It looks like it's standing tall or something. Like,
It brings stuff to the surface.
Okay.
Yes.
okay, we're gonna check that spot tomorrow. Check it and send us a picture. And let us know what's going on with that spot tomorrow. Right. So look, I see an ear here, right? And I know I just will say that the last time I seen Shaka Zulu, is it Shaka Aziz now?
Yeah.
Shaka
Change it?
Aziz.
Shaka Aziz.
Same thing.
He was in the park at it was a summertime gym, and I was having such a sinus issue. Like I was sneezing uncontrollably. I could not stop. And he was like, "Come to my office." You know, he had the nice setup and everything, and I sat down, and he did the acupuncture on my ears, and I sat there for like 15 minutes, and it helped. I relaxed, and it really helped. I was
Nice.
like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I felt better because I was surrounded by trees, and it was like, peak season at that point, and I just couldn't stop. I was talking to people, I was just sneezing all over the place, but that did help. See?
So are you gonna do that on me?
Yes.
I'm anxious now. Look at
No,
you.
I'm saying what I want to do is like take a music break real quick, and we'll come back and you'll do that on me.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we do that?
And I'm gonna put the machine on her so she can see what this
Okay.
is.
Yeah.
So this
What is
machine
this
here-
one?
So this is a cupping machine that we use for pain, but we also use this for body contouring.
Okay.
Individuals that want to help lose weight, we use this to help break up the fat lipids.
Uh oh.
So we go
Fat
here.
ones.
You feel it here?
I'm gonna put what? I got some fat.
It's doing something.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. It's pulling all that fat off. Yay.
So what we would do is
That's the wrong spot.
we would-
I need to have it someplace else.
we will rub
That's
this
a
in,
private session.
and it doesn't give
Right.
a pull.
I need an appointment.
It pulls the fascia up.
And what's
As
the
well.
fascia? What's
The
that?
fascia is the in between interstitial skin, muscle, everything that's in between.
Okay.
And then also you can see this is red
Oh,
lights.
okay.
So that's also infrared technology.
I was about to say
which is also
infrared.
good for enhancement of the thermogenetics, where we warm up the blood, warm up the fascia to help get rid of the toxins.
Okay. One time I had somebody gave me like a remedy of like the detox patch, where you put it under your foot when you're sleeping, you put socks on or whatever, you wake up and it's supposed to help remove the
very
toxins
good.
from your body. Was that good?
Very good, because at the bottom of the feet you have little pores, but they call that what they call it is like different North Pole, South Pole, portals of the body system. And at the bottom of the feet, they call it the microcosm of the macro system, particularly in reflexology. So the third fold of reflexology is the hands, the feet, as well as the ears.
Okay.
All right, but you asked me about the feet right now. So the feet is basically a reflection of the whole atomic whole body,
Oh, wow.
body system.
Okay.
So reflexology, you can touch the stomach. I don't have to touch the person's physical stomach. I could actually touch the stomach point on their feet.
Wow. Wow.
And or their hand or their ear. So a lot of the work that I do as in acupuncture or auricular therapy, particularly detox specification, those that are suffering from narcotics and pain and stress, I like to use the ear. So that's why I'm walking around with this extra ear in my pocket.
And that has like the pressure points for where you will put the pins based on what you're trying to help
Yes.
cure. Okay.
Oh yeah. So there's like over 120 points from each side of the ear.
Wow.
That correspond to 360 points of the body.
Wow.
That correspond.
From your ear, you can treat other areas of the body, is what you're saying.
Yes. The
Okay.
ear has reflex and reference points that correlate to different parts of the body. Again, the reason why many of us in auricular therapy and naturopathic practice, we feel that auricular therapy or ear acupuncture may be a lot more profound is because if I touch your toe, where does the feeling start at?
It's not what's wrong.
You feel it in your toe.
I physically feel it in my toe, but where does it?
The origin of that feeling is going to start in your brain.
Oh, right, because your brain is where the sensation, where you identify
Right.
the sensation.
There you
Okay.
go. So-
And the location of where you're being
Yes.
stimulated on your body.
So now, in order for that signal, that brainwave signal from your brain to get to the bottom of your toe, it has to go through your head.
Right,
And
right,
in your head, you have the ears.
right.
So, and all of the blood flow, the vagus nerves, everything, etc., runs right through the airways. So that's why we feel that that's more profound, particularly in acupuncture, traditional Chinese medicine, regular therapy.
This is something good to know.
So I'm ready.
Okay, wait, before we run out of time, like, where's your practice? How can they schedule with you? And I know you're getting ready to do something, just in case.
No, I want him. Yeah, go ahead. Tell
Just
me
in
where
case,
you
just in
can find
case.
you.
So
Just in
people can hit
case.
me up, Natural Health Hero. My email is naturalhealthhero786@gmail.com. The number is 347-391-9685. If you like the information, you can also give a great donation to the station.
That's what I'm talking
Natural
about.
Health Hero. That's right.
Yeah.
And like I said, I just love empowering the people with the information and all of this great help, because again, our people suffer so much from not having proper health issues.
Right.
Or things, remedies that they can grab from a local grocery store.
Natural, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you get some of this peppermint
You should
oil
check-
water?
you should
I have some water.
You know,
It's a
you got
trap.
no water?
No, it's okay.
Oh, he got oregano.
It's
He's
really
good.
good.
He's a black
Right
belt
here.
now. He got oregano.
I'm getting ready to take my oregano tonight. Now, will this keep me up?
No.
Okay, because I need
You
to
put this in the
sleep.
water too?
When I go.
You put this in the water?
You can take that under your tongue.
Okay.
That's the one you do the drops.
Yeah, you take
Just
that under
drops.
the drops.
Focus on that.
Or you can actually put that in orange juice, or you can take it in tea. But you look like
Tea,
you're a dope
yeah.
guy.
What about some
Yeah,
pineapple
I
juice?
love tea.
Pineapple juice is good.
Yeah, that's good too.
Just one drop a day?
2 drops.
2 drops.
2 drops,
okay.
because we got 2 times of problems with these people putting
Right.
it on us because
Right.
of this. And they're trying to compromise the immune system. They're trying to, make your immune system into a softie, in which it's a black belt.
Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. So
Well,
we're
I
gonna do a
want to
little
see this.
acupuncture.
Yes, let's see this demonstration.
Yeah,
Let's turn it.
I'm about to be the what they call it, the pin cushion.
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, cool. Here we go. So we have over 120 points, as I said earlier. However, we're just going to stick to 5, the 5 good ones. We call this the 5-point protocol. They also call this NADA. All right, this is excellent for stress, anxiety, making the body stronger to fight off any type of narcotics, etc., particularly the environment pollutants that we're facing today. So these are the 5 points. The first point I'm going to use is called the autonomic point. Take a deep breath, my brother, and exhale out. Good. How was
I
that?
felt the pinch.
She gonna look like Pinhead from
It's
the
a
movie.
pitch. It's a pitch.
It's a Pinhead. It's
So that
good.
first point right there is dealing with the autonomic point, which is expressly dealing with the flight or fight that we have in us. So this is basically going to bring calmness, restoration. The heart rhythm, if your heart beating so fast, it's going to bring it down to
Nice.
okay?
Need that.
Oh yeah. My second point that I like to use is one of my favorites. It's called Shen Men. Shen Men, take a deep breath, my brother, and exhale out. Wonderful. Shen Men is Chinese for the mind-spirit gate. The mind-spirit gate is dealing with the heart and the mind at the same time. When the heart is flooded, the mind can't think. When the brain is going overwhelmed, everything is overflowing. So this is like for those who smoke cannabis and they enjoy cannabis.
That's me.
All right. So this is like taking a cannabis joint without smoking.
Oh,
So
okay.
like,
See, I feel high already.
High.
Smoke City.
natural health hero. There we go.
Right.
Okay. So another one is called.
He might need 3 of those. I don't know that same one right there.
So another one of those is called the kidney point. And the kidney point is located in the back, right where your kidneys are at, but is responsible for water. Okay? In traditional Chinese medicine, they call it the Jing essence, which is really important for your sexual energy, restoration and so
Right,
forth.
bro.
Right? And also for detox.
Okay.
Okay? Take a deep breath in, exhale out.
That one goes up.
Yeah, so that one is going to be a lot more sensitive for a lot of people because
Hell
we
yeah.
as city slickers, we are under a lot of pressure all the time.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Pin cushion for real.
Right.
Oh
You
yeah.
get 5 of them bad boys in there.
Oh yeah. So while I got him on the roll, let me go to the next great. The great.
That looks tough. That's look like it's
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, he's good. He's good money. He's a good strong guy here.
like he ready to
Oh,
run.
yeah.
I can see it.
What?
You
I'm
good?
like, how many more?
You
got?
Just
good?
2 more.
Okay, okay.
And they great. You doing very good.
You
So
going to
got
do your
the
next
kidney in
interview
there.
with those in your ears?
Gonna learn today.
Don't move. There we go. Right.
Boom.
That's for the liver.
Okay.
So the liver is very much needed. That is your
Right.
number 2 organ for detoxification.
Right,
Actually,
right.
your number 1 organ for detoxification, your liver. And your liver can regenerate, for those that don't know. Your
Yes.
liver needs that because, especially for us tough guys, street guys, we have a street life. We like to drink, smoke, stay up late with all that. So you need
Preach.
to rejuvenate that. Okay, so this brings back the Jing essence. Okay, your last one on this side for tonight, my brother, is going to be for the lungs.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and we need that for the lungs. So now take a deep breath in and breathe out.
That is amazing how you can go through the ear and reach all those different focal
Pressure
points in the
points.
body.
Yeah, pressure
Right.
points.
So those
That's
meridians
awesome.
are tied in, and those meridians, that lung meridian is tied in right to that lung.
Okay.
So if the next time I come, we'll show it on the meter. When he takes the deep breath in, and when I press the point, you'll notice that he's able to take a greater expansion
Okay.
of oxygen. So
Okay.
now we feel that if he could take more oxygen in, the blood can have more chi. The blood have more chi, then it's more vitality.
Okay.
Let me get to this side before it gets jealous.
What?
You doing
both
always
sides?
heard that milk
You doing
thistle
both sides?
was good for liver detox.
Yes, it is.
So that is. So it's good to take that in a pill form?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Turn towards.
Did you hear milk thistle is good for detoxing the liver?
Take the breath in, exhale out. Yes.
Moringa, right? So how about Cmos? There was this big thing about Cmos when COVID first hit. Everybody started making Cmos. Oh, right.
Yes, I love Cmos. Cmos, the good thing about Cmos is that it is a natural superfood from the sea.
Right.
Okay?
You boil it, you make your...
Yeah, they say Irish moss. It ain't nothing to do with Irish. The Irish, they just played off on it. But it's actually from the seaweed. And what you do when you get the seaweed, it has all of the vitamins from vitamin A to vitamin C, including the trace minerals. Okay? Very, very important. It has anti-aging properties, particularly it mimics the collagen that you have in your body.
Oh, wow.
So you can ingest the Cmos, as well as you can also use it for your skin and hair.
I like Cmos.
Me too. You put in your smoothies?
I actually drink it straight out the bottle.
He's like, I caught that.
He's doing very good.
He's doing very good.
He's doing very good.
Yeah,
Street life, yes. I need a picture of this.
That's that liver. Yep.
Red boy, get a picture. I'm live. We doing this live demonstration.
Yeah.
We have one more camera.
Look, I do one next time on one of you.
I've done it. It's Red Boy's turn after that.
I do it every week, brother.
Oh, you do? All right.
Every
But not in the
week.
ears? In the ears?
In the ears? No, not the ear.
Where'd you get it?
All right,
Turn your head. Turn your head. Right there.
Adios. I'm out of here.
I see it.
Ooh.
So he might start to slowly, subtly feel the energy start to kind of like.
That's what I felt. That's why I get a little shimmy.
Get a little woozy.
A little shimmy. All right. So, Red, we're gonna, say farewell to our doctor, but you're gonna come back.
I gotta take the needles out your
Yeah,
head.
Take the needles off.
I can't let you walk around like that.
During the music break, you know.
Let me give it to them for one more time so
Yeah,
it'll be clear.
please let everybody know where they can find you.
They can find them,
and
yeah.
stuff like that, because for real, I know this is real, and our people, we gotta get up on this type of
Sure
stuff. We
enough.
gotta help ourselves. So go ahead, let everybody know where they can find you at.
Yes, Dr. Shaka Aziz. I'm on Facebook, Shaka Aziz. Instagram, Natural Health Hero. Email, naturalhealthhero786@gmail.com. We have a website, Natural Health Hero. All right. And if you like the information, you can also salute us and support us on Cash App. It's very welcome because we help out many people in the community.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
With
Put
great
that money
information.
behind your this information right here. Let's help out a doctor like this. Somebody who's giving us information on our health and to live a better life. So,
That's
yeah,
right.
It's okay to donate. To a
Natural
something
Health
like that.
Hero. That's right. We put our money to everything else. You know what I mean? We talk about the basketball game, but we forget about playing the economic game. And so black doctors need black dollars too.
That's right.
Yeah. And I need your help.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's
I'm
right.
glad you asking. All right.
Thank you, brother.
All
Let me
right.
go get these joints out so you can feel much, much better after this hit.
Oh yeah. All right, Red Boy, get to the streets.
If you having girl problems, I put back you, son. If you having girl problems, I put back you, son. If you having girl problems, I put back you, son. If you having girl problems, I put back you, son. I got 99 problems.